Hey guys, so I've had a lot of messages from people asking me to go into more detail in regards to the Dow Jones setup. The analysis is great, but I think a lot of people want me to get into some of the fundamental aspects behind it, the technicals, and also my long-term views on this particular market. Now, it's quite an interesting one because we saw the market sell off at the start of the year. Of course, that was mainly to do with the coronavirus situation and a lot of panic selling going on there. But it's funny because if you go to our Instagram page and look at some of our posts, we were anticipating and predicting a 2020 recession before it even happened. So I always say now that the coronavirus, I believe, was simply a catalyst and not the cause of this global recession. Is being overdue. So of course we saw the sell-off at the start of the year, and then the stimulus checks came pouring in, rescue packages, 6 trillion now, and I'm not even going to get into the long-term effects of what that will have on the market in regards to that huge amount of borrowing, and I believe we'll see more over the coming months as well. So of course that did give a short-term boost to the market, in which we're now seeing a retrace. Now, as I said before, fortunately, we caught the sell off, some of the move to the downside, and we also caught some of the move to the upside. Again, the trend is your friend until it ends, so do keep that in mind moving forward. So this is just a monthly perspective. You can see from 2008, yes, the recession that we had in 2008, 2009, we almost saw a bottom, and then 2008, as you can see, boom, we're seeing the market go in a straight line to the upside. Now, a lot of people say a recession happens almost every 8 to 10 years. So, I mean, if you were going to bet just based on that speculation, I mean, that could be a good call. But of course, we don't want to get into that kind of stuff, do we? So let's go on a weekly chart now. As you can see, in fact, let's go back one more time and we can see, if we just draw a trend line, we can see upward trend, upward trend, upward trend. And then, as you can see, as we get to the 1st of January, around the first few months, we see the sell-off. Boom. Trend line is now broken. And some are saying now we are currently in a bear trend. I believe we're going to see a bear trend. This is probably the start of the bear trend that we're seeing now. And then we see a retest to the trend line. So just from a technical aspect, it looks like a break, retest, and let's see. Is it a continuation? Could be. It could be something that we could potentially look at, a continuation to the downside. I think I would not be surprised if we actually see an all-time high. So we see this market go close back inside this trend line and maybe make an all-time high, as you know, the global population across all countries start to get back to work. We see an all-time high, and then all of a sudden we see a double top, and then continuation to the downside. So that's why I wouldn't sell right away. We have to wait for key market patterns in order to sell. So let's look at it from the weekly now. Again, it does look like a classic break, retest, continuation to the downside, but we have to be sure, right? With the indice market, there's really no room for error. Of course, it will be a good risk to reward selling opportunity, but until we see a solid confirmation to sell, I think it's best to just wait and let the market tell us what's going to be happening next, right? So again, we have two scenarios: close back inside the trend line, move to the upside, or we have what you can see here, the retest and then the sell off to the downside. But try not to guess. We don't want to play the guessing game. We just want to go with the flow, right? Because even if you did believe there was going to be a recession at the start of 2020, and let's say you were to sell somewhere down here, you would currently be down over 5,000 points. So that's 25%. I mean, it's not something that you probably want to get yourself into. So just follow the trend. The trend is your friend until it ends. And don't forget, we're still running a 1-week free trial in our Forex Signal group. So feel free to click the link in the description or bio, and make sure you have the Telegram app downloaded. Otherwise, that link will not work. Telegram app downloaded, otherwise the link won't work. Or if you want to join the indice group and be with us to catch what I call the big shorts, make sure you send us a message. This is going to be one of the biggest trades in history. So make sure you join us. Speak to you all soon.